Cognition critical.
Right, so good morning, good
Cognition low.
evening, good day, wherever you are in the world. Right, so what we're doing today in this episode, well, we are still waiting to pressurize up the main base, which we'll go and have a look at in a minute. Let's turn this off, check our opening power, 3.5. and 5 kilowatts coming. I've restricted upstairs to 5 kilowatts, so she puts a bit of charge and then trickles through the night. So what we're going to do is, between the last episode and now, I've been around, I've repaired a few wires, got things back up and running. I've got my centrifuge going, I've put the drill on the deep mine for a little bit. And what I want to do in today's episode is I want to get some more lights in here. I think what I'm going to do eventually in here, I am going to have the control tower here for the trader for the runway. Yeah, we can jump like an athlete. Come on, yeah. Just over there you can see the runway. So eventually what I'm going to do here is we're going to sort out the electric so when the landing pad draws power it doesn't blow any circuits. So the landing pad's going to have its own battery, and this is going to trickle feed the battery through a transformer, so that the runway circuit has nothing to do with the base, and it's going to trickle feed. So when I'm not using the runway, it's trickle feeding, so I can leave it on permanently. I will put the vending machine in here, so whenever the trader wants anything, I can make it and bung it in there. So first thing to do is we're going to do the lights, but before we start on that, yeah, I'm going to need to do some copper smelting, so I'm going to show you how I do that. So let's, before we go down there, let's just go check on the filtration because I want to pressurize that base upstairs. So in here we're 101 kph, which is fine. So I'm just going to check on my nitrogen and oxygen tanks. Nitrogen's good, so we got 700 kPa in there. Filters are good, and we got 2.8 megapascals in there. Everything else is looking just dandy. No liquid in there. Right, so that's all good. The base is all pressurized, so let's have a quick check here. I'm not too worried about nitrogen and oxygen, because I have 4.5 megapascals with 46% oxygen and 51% nitrogen cooling down in there. It's 73.8, so we're just waiting for that to hit the magic number, 25 degrees, and all this will turn on automatically. I did an episode where I made this fully automatic. I've now since come in and I've made the oxygen fully automatic, so that'll turn on, turn off automatically to that. I haven't done the carbon dioxide yet, simply because that I'm not too worried about. I can come in and switch on as required, and we have got plenty in stock. This I haven't done simply because I don't think we've got it. Have we got any in this one? No, we haven't got anything there, so I'm not too worried. That's not in a rush. But the two that I wanted desperately is oxygen. No, not desperately, but I wanted oxygen and nitrogen. They will turn on automatically and turn off automatically. So that is all done and dusted. There was also some burnt out cables here I spotted in the last video. So now that is all fixed. So we're all good down here. One thing to go and check on, because this little job with the lights in there, I'm doing that little job while I'm waiting for this room to pressurize, because what I would like to do, I have an idea for a future how-to video, and I want to do it in there. I want the big reveal of this base to be in a video. So let's check how much we have put in there so far. We've got up to 18.7. Oh no, so 18.7, so we're going to switch that on, and I'm quite happy this goes slow enough. You can see that it's not a big rush. I'm down to 100. I've got oxygen and nitrogen in those tanks. I've got oxygen and nitrogen cooling down, so we're all good to go. So that reads what's in this big silo tank. So the next thing to do before we start making lights is I'm going to show you how I smelt things. Now it's very, very basic, folks, very basic. So first of all, let's turn on that. Which one is the output pipe? That one. Okay, so probably have I set this up to receive steel, or is it just throwing me a load of coal out? So yeah, so I've already. No, I didn't, because I only got 2. So what have we got there? We've got 2 coal, 2 iron there. So just remember that. We have got. Okay, let's see what this is thrown out. This is probably, hopefully, the correct ratio for steel, because we always go down and melt some steel. Yeah, there we go. So we've got 2 ratios of steel. So we need to go and bring some copper online. Okay, so we're going to come down here into the silo room, and we want copper. So there's the copper. Just check that's in stacks of 50. It's 100, 200 copper. Just trying to think. Should we do 4? Yeah, let's do it. There we go. It's feeding through there. Do we need some iron? I think we probably do. Just check those are increments of 50. We'll take 200 iron. And that all gets fed through these pipes into there, and then I take it out. Eventually what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that pipe all the way down, and I need to put more lights here. Which one is this? I can't remember. I don't think I need anything more. We need copper, iron, steel for the lights. I think that'll do us. That'll do us. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send 2 coal, because if this was open, the coal would come through to where I'm smelting, but it's not. It's closed, so this is going up to the emergency generator, the backup generator, I should say. So we're going to send a stack of 2 up there. There we go. So they're all good. Right. So then what we do is we go and put on our suit. Now we're going to go outside, so I might just shut this off for a bit. We're sitting at about 100. Let's turn that off for a little bit. Yeah, I don't like leaving that on when I'm outside the base. It's at least if I'm in the base, I can look for drops of pressure. Right, so we're going down to the furnace room. So we probably... how much are we going to put in there? Yeah, I think we'll empty this out into this box. I do need to... do need gas pipes that go in there. No, I can't put a cardboard box inside a cardboard box. Who knew? We can do that though. Can we do that? Can we do that? Yes, we can. So probably what I'm going to do when that new base opens, it's going to use a lot of parts, and I'll probably create a storeroom. I'm going to put the jetpack on. This on. Open the helmet. Just put that for now. Now I always try and leave the helmet off, because with the helmet on, you need a shower. Let's check batteries. Turn that one on for now. We've probably got enough there. This is everything came through, and probably on my list of next things to do. you know what? I didn't keep back any nitrous gas. We might have to go do a bit of mining while we're out there. No problem. We'll go find some blue gas. Some blue ice. Right, so we've got that. We've got copper. Let's get some steel. Let's get my mining belt on. Good for gas in that. Good for battery in that. Okay, so while we're outside, all we've got to do is get some blue ice. Turn that off to save power. And probably while we're out about, we'll do that to save power. I'm not short of power. Power's okay. Keep saying that. Alright, we're good with that. Not the helmet, because danger doesn't take a day off. So we check. Okay, so that is working. All systems go. Headlights on. Alright, let's go get some blue stuff. Blue stuff. Let's get some pink stuff too. That's obviously in my other suit. While we're out and about, we'll get some. Don't need coal. It's quite a nice feeling not to have to mine for anything. The deep miners satisfied my base's needs. Say I'm not into massive projects. Here we go. Cobalt. Could probably do with a little bit of cobalt. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. We don't need that. Yeah, cobalt's always a thing. You could always do plenty of that. One other thing I'm going to do with the furnace is I've got to get it more efficient. I've got to get it more friendly to use, and I think I might do that at the end of the week. I've got to get down there. Normally with my furnaces I set them up so they're a little bit more advanced than what I've got at the moment, but what I've got at the moment just suits me. Played around with it, but you'll see it's very old school, very retro. There's no science there. Yeah, you gotta be careful though, because it's not the safest thing in the world. I've got enough of the pink stuff. Let's go find some of the blue stuff. Normally, it is everywhere, but when you need it, it is nowhere. And I didn't eat or drink before I left the base, so I've got to be quick. Yeah, there's barren wasteland. We should come out in the daylight. Yeah. Normally this stuff is everywhere. Why am I struggling to find it? I'm just potluck. Could really do a bit of this. If all else fails, I'll use this. Here we go, here we go. Okay. Let's get 50 under the belt. Okay. Righto. Next mission. Let's find it. That was luck. Which I always find when you get lost in the wilderness and you forget to switch a tracker on or this goes dead, you always end up running in the wrong direction. As soon as you put the tracker in your hand, you always seem to be facing the right direction. It's Murphy's Law. Send a bit of that on the way. And send a bit of you on the way. So I don't need to stop for any other ores. Cobalt, possibly. Think about it. I have no doubt I'm going to be spending this smelting session with an alarm in my head going, "You are hungry. You are hungry." That was a little bit scary. There she is. Super pleased with how that gantry turned out. Alright, so we are going to go and have some fun. We're only got to do some steel and some copper and a little bit of iron, no problem. It always seems to lag when you get halfway down this ladder, so there we go. Right, let me show you how retro this is. No, that's empty. Good as darn it. So we've got to be quick here. Dumph. So 5, what did I do? That was still cold. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's do 14. No, come on. This is where things go. Fire up. 14 for the win. There we go, make sure that's on 0. Okay. So that is literally how old school I am with this. So what did we say? We'll do one group of steel. Keep an eye on that pressure gauge, folks. In one big lump. I might do in a minute. I might chuck that other lump in there. 1, 2.
Hunger caution.
Yeah, I know. We can wait. Only got 30. What do we get there? Why did that go wrong? Is it because of cooldown? Wow, how to mess things up. Okay. I don't know what we're able to sort this out in a second. this on a second. First of all, we need copper. That's copper and iron. This is 200 copper. Maybe you can't mix steel and the basics before. It's a good job I'm not desperate for steel, hey? Lovely cup of coffee. We do need iron, I know that much. What I will do, I wonder if that's going to need mixing again. I might have to put that lot through the centrifuge. Let that sort my mess out. But let's see if we can. No, because it's reading steel. So I don't think that's going to work. Right, so then what I do is I'll leave that furnace. She's not going to go over pressure. She's going to hold plenty of heat. I will take this upstairs. All I wanted was the copper. The rest of it I will put back through the centrifuge. That'll fix my mistake. So I think the mistake was I didn't blend the steel and mix the steel. Right, so we got iron and copper, that's what I wanted. We'll come back down in a minute when that's cooled off a bit. I just want to make sure I've got no... Actually, I think I can actually read it. So if I go... There we go, I've got it. Yep. Okay, so we've got no volatile gases in there, so I can just pump this out, empty it, and we empty it. No, I'm on the wrong one. Left mounting output. Yeah, I want output. Let's take it out. So why are you not taking out? Oh, because I turned it off. Dope. I'm so clever. I'm so special. There we go. So we are putting oxygen and nitrogen, CO2, nitrous oxide and pollution into that tank, into our hot tank, hot tank, storage tank. And then we keep this empty. No fear of this exploding, and when this is empty, we then got nice, fresh, clean gases to do more work in. So that'll do us there. Check this pipe just to make sure everything's good. Yep. Right. What are we doing? Lights. That's what we're doing. Lights, folks. Food and drink. And then this is our hot tank storage. And then this is the cooling tank in the base. So that's cooling down to 25 degrees. I switch this pump on and you can see that as she fills up. A little bit of liquid in there, but not a big issue because we have this purge valve here which takes all the liquids into there. I've yet to do anything with this, but this is quite safely sitting there waiting for me. And as you can see, once I turn the pump off, stress levels drop, liquid empties, quite safe there, just waiting there. 4.4 megapascals waiting to cool down, and then put it into the base. Don't need anything else out here. I've got to go and chuck all this stuff in the centrifuge.
Hydration critical.
Yeah, I know. I know. So then what we're going to do once we get in, unlock the helmet, what do we pressure? 18, 19. And then we're going to go and open that valve again, start filling up that big base. I'm actually looking forward to, I've got my first how-to video all planned up, beginner's guide to ? And I'm going to be quite excited to show off. It'll be the first time I'll be in that base, breathing fresh air. Creating a lot of hot air and breathing fresh air. So, take the helmet off so we don't have to shower so often. We'll take this junk through to the centrifuge. I think this is the one for open. I'm not sure, not entirely sure. I can't remember. There we go. One more. There we go. I can't remember. I think it sits behind this gate. So if I did that, those will come through into there. Whatever. Anyway, let's not get distracted. We are going to need cables and lights. So let's put you on there. We are going to need a lot of cables. So
Hunger critical.
I know.
Hunger caution.
Right, so break and go there. We have a drink. Turning that off. We need to turn this on. Okay, let's get some lights. We got 6, 7, let's go for 8. 8's a nice round number. I'm definitely going to need some more cable. Probably going to put these on a switch. So we'll do that, open up here. Now, how are we going to do this? I quite like, we need a bit of scaffolding, I think. Oh yeah, let's tune in upstairs. And that's the box ready and waiting for the how-to video. So we're going to keep an eye on the base pressure as we're working around here. When it gets to about, I think about 97, that's the point I'm going to go and switch it off upstairs. Right, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Put you there. scaffolding. That'll do. Now, what do we... I think... I need to get a water pump. I think I need to get a water hoover. I think that's when I was putting water in there, ice in there. I think a little bit of it's melted, giving us puddles. Right, let's see. Right, I'm gonna have. So we operate. Let's see, that spotlight comes on into there, but then this corner gets a bit dark. What about if we put overhead here for the computer? Splashing around. That's funny. Alright, I'm gonna match these up, line these up. Actually, if I put that here. I wonder, sorry folks, just trying to work this out. If I put another light on it. How about if I do that? That looks more sympathetic. What we'll do, we'll try that. We'll see what this does. I think I'm going to need my head torch. It's getting a little bit gloomy in there. I'm going to get a water vacuum. Let's make sure we don't blow anything up. What do we need? Wire cutters. It's up there. Oh, no, it always makes me nervous when I hear humming noises. Okay, so how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? I think we're going to be able to put a switch here. This is all going to be left here, just in case I ever need to repressurize. I don't think we can go behind there. Could possibly, no, we can't possibly put a switch down there. I think what I might do, I need to maybe think about getting a red light. Well, let's get rid of this. Do not need that. We must stick that. Oh, we've got more lights. Right. So let's put a power here. Let's see what these lights look like in place. These readers isn't to do with this computer. I don't really want it. Yeah, that's not going to work there because I've got the runway switched off. We would like this light up here, so let's. It's a shame we couldn't. Can we? Do you know, I've never even looked before I say anything. Can we turn it round? Not that way. Really want that. Really want that. How are we going to do this, folks? Don't really want to have to go all the way around there just for that. Don't think this is going to work. Yeah, that's not going to like that because that's going to feed into power there. Unless I move this logic reader. That's a bit of a mission. Oh, I wish there was a way I could just say, hey look, I want that bit on that side. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, let's see if we can do something a little bit more inventive. Let's see, what can we do? Diode slide. We need no, but you wouldn't have a light. I suppose we could ping it out over there. That pings out down here. And then that light would shoot over into that corner. Well, let's see what that looks like. Otherwise, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to have to put a gantry up, a bit like what I've done in the greenhouse. I think we might end up doing that because I'm just not. Yeah, that's really not doing anything. It's not really doing anything useful. Right, okay. So what are we going to do here, folks, is put that in here. Because this is going to be the computer area. Which one is that? That's the one. So with much luck, yes, I am standing in a puddle of water and playing with electrics, because we live life on the edge. I'm not going to lie, that still looks rubbish. Right, let's try that again, folks. So if we put you there, what do we just put in there? It's looking a bit mismatched. Looking a bit mismatched. What's the pressure of the base doing? Pressure of the base is good. That's a bit better. That is a bit better. So what I could do, quite like that. What I could do is, let's try and see if we can make a bit of a feature. I don't know if this is going to work or if it's going to look any good. Let's find out. Let us find out. So if we put this here, so it looks like a supporting rail. Okay, let's not put that, or let's suspend this from the ceiling. What is your malfunction? What? What? Oh yeah. Bit funky. So if we put that from the ceiling, something like that there. just trying to get it to... And then... I'm just trying to get it so we can set it up so that it doesn't really looks terrible. At the moment it looks terrible. I think it's because this one needs to go that way. We need to come up in the middle, like that, like that. Okay, and then we can get rid of... It's still gonna look weird. It's gonna look out of balance, man. Feng shui. Let's work with it. Let's work with it, folks. Right. So, because what we're gonna have, what color are we gonna have? Let's go see if we've got any paint. Paint. Grey will do. Oh, grey will do nicely. So it's a bit of an industrial theme in here. So just so it's not looking so obvious, we'll do this. Now I know it's not perfect, folks. It really isn't perfect. And it may not be to your taste. Just bear with me, because it may not yet be to my taste either. But I'm going with the design. I'm going to go until we get it finished, and then we'll have a look. See, that's finished. Talking of finished, we will see what it looks like together. So what are we going to do here? Okay, and of course I left my cables down there. There we go. So this one's going to go up to the roof. It's going to look like it's suspended from the roof, because, you know, let's just play around with ideas. That's what it's all about, folks, playing around with ideas. I may not like it, but I may grow to like it. So we're going to put that up there. This is where we open up the whole base to the outside world and instantly regret it. Let's go. Eesh, I hate this bit, even though I know I've clad the base, and I'm pretty certain I've even, yeah, double scaled the walls there. Whew, that's always a nervous moment. Always a nervous moment. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to probably, I think these will provide enough light that we don't need that one. So we are going to take this one offline, chuck all the electrics in the puddle, because that's what we do. And then I think we can take down this scaffolding, because we can stand on the lights. If we can't, we can always put it back up again. Then we're going to get rid of this one. This one, this one. Don't like the way things are pinging. And then what we do, just to check, we take our cutters out of our hands, because if there are any cables behind it, it will not let us place it. So we don't need to rip out windows. Okay. Oh, parkour. And we find out how far we can step. So again, there's a cable there, so it won't let us place. So we know we're safe. We know we're not going to blow anything up. We rather hope we're not going to blow anything up. I'm just bringing it out so I can see it. There we go. So that one's gone through, up to there. Lekker. And this one, I don't actually think... Yes, that does need feed. That does need a power feed, so we'll take that across the top top. Now we do need the cable cutters. Join that in place there. Right, so now we should have light. Enough light? Well, you know what? I mean, it's a room we're not planning on spending a lot of time in. We just come in and out occasionally. I think for now that'll do. We can always add to this design. Is it a design we like? Is it a design we can improve on? I am absolutely certain. No, I've lost my paint can. Is it a design we can improve on? Absolutely. Right, let's paint this grey up to there. Yops. Okay. No. Come on. There we go. Right, so that's handy. An empty paint can. Are you gonna let me reach? Are you gonna? No. Alright, so whether grey or not, grey is a good finish or not, I'm undecided. But again, we're just going to put it up just like that for now. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to just pretty that up a little bit. But we have light on the computer, the ice machine, centrifuge. I can look back here. The deep miner. Again, we never go to that deep miner, so possibly I can put a spotlight over there. So now, let's take this out of the water for now. Let's put these back in. No, we want to take that one out because we're going to be putting a switch. So the base is at 99, so we're still okay. We're still okay now. I know I've got logic things elsewhere, but we're going to take some more. So we're just in case we need to read a switch, I'm just going to take a couple of these. Take one of these. Righto. Okay. That could work. That looks funky. I do like those levers. Button. Just trying to think. I like these ones. I do like these ones, but I think I've got to read it and then it writes to the lights, which is no problem. We've got space here for chips. I do like these ones. But do I want one of these? I think we've got a switch on here too. Yeah, there we go. Logic writer. So that'll write to the lights, just like that. So now current converter. You see, normally when the switch is depressed in the, like it is now, that's in the off position. But can we live with the OC? No, I suppose what we can do is we can turn the lights off. Alright, okay, let's try that. It's been on. Here comes the storm again, storming on my head like a new emotion. How to Kill a Song by Band 2. I should be in the Guinness Book of Records for being the most tone-deaf person in the world. Alright, let's see if that works, folks. Let's see if this works. Okay, so we need a screwdriver. Is it night time? That's good, I like storms at night. You're gonna make me want to open this door, and I really don't want to open this door. That is just, no, folks, that's just mean. Mean, I tell ya. How are we gonna do this? If I cut this, that door's just going to be open. I could turn the airlock on. I think I'm going to have to turn that airlock because that is just such a perfect place for that switch. Unless... Right, I'll tell you, this is what we're going to have to do. If I don't want it... Normally, I think if memory serves me right, I'm just trying to remember now. What have we got on there? In variable. And so I think... No, that's logic. There we go. Let's go for that. So output variable will be these two lights, and the output would be on, and that would be it. Then the switch works. You hit the switch, lights come on. Are you sure I can't get my screwdriver in there? Are you sure? 100%. So, what we're going to have to do, folks, is we're going to have to go the long way round. What have we got here then? Logic switch. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the logic switch there in the off position. We're going to have to take this cable out because that's a bit of a waste. Because, you know, looking at my base, my cabling is the most efficient cabling in the world. If you have shares in the copper industry, of course. So, logic IO. So what we're going to have to do is read that switch. I think what we're going to have to do is put this up in the ceiling. Bear with me, folks. I'm just trying to see if I can get this any which way. Okay, now I can put the reader here. Don't judge me, folks. Don't judge me too harshly anyway. Okay, so then that is going to, yeah, all because I didn't want to depressurize this room. I know, I'm lazy. So we are going to rename this logic reader lights. Okay, and you're going to input from, again we need to rename this switch lights just in case there is another switch somewhere. And I've never had lights in here before, so it's only ever going to be that one for lights. We're going to see switch lights. LMNOPQYs. Switch lights, there we go. The variable is going to be setting, I think. That's off, and that's on. That's good. So now we need you. We're gonna need some. We don't have cable, so we're gonna go jumping up here. And of course, yeah. So we want a batch writer. Connect you there, give you some power. Connect you there. Right, so we've got the batch writer. And the batch writer wants to read the
Hunger caution.
let's make it lights. So this is going to be the logic reader lights. Output type is going to be lights. All light, long angled. Yep. The output variable is going to be on. Something clicked. But they're off. You see the light switch is in the off position. Oh, this here, put that there. Let's get this roof repaired. Right, so there we go. We have lights. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you put lights up, kind of the long way round. But I really didn't want to have to pull that door apart and set this airlock up again and empty this room and wait for this room to empty and then do that and then and then find out that's not a batch writer. That would have sucked. Done all that and realised it only turns one light on. Yeah. This needs a little bit of work on, I think. Let me just go get some water. Dodge the bullet on that one. Get something to eat. We're going to cook some bread up in a minute. And then we're going to have to... Nope. I want to find out about this water hoover thing. I thought that was a thing. Vacuum. Liquid. Steel electrum inverse solder. Steel electrum inverse solder. Didn't even look at the amounts. I am hoping, fingers crossed, that I can make this bad boy. Let's take that. Well, we can. No idea what we do with the water, but I just want to hoover it out. This is the first time I've seen one of these. Obviously I saw it in the update notes. What did you do today, honey? Well, I played games and hoovered my base. Would you like to hoover the house? Get real. Okay, alright. Let's go find a battery. Battery. Ooh. Oh, is that inward? And what do we do with it? What do we do with it, folks? Well, I think it's doing something. I'm no longer hearing splish splosh. But then what? What, does it just disappear into thin air? Or is it a canister? That'll be interesting. I should stuck a water bottle in there to find out. Right, what do we want? Oh, composite window shutter connector is what we want. Some of these. So this is where I'll put all my recycling. Use that for the future. Plunk. And then what it does, I have a queue. And when that queue of stuff in the recycling fills up, then I'll do the recycling. So if that was all full, I then hit this button. And then we take it to the chute, drop it in there, ready for the centrifuge. Right. Always worries me what there's steel left over. What? Oh yeah, steel's off there. There we go. So we need. Yeah, so this is what I like for the light switches, just little click click. But I fancy the change. I'll definitely have to spray that a different colour. Yes, I'm not 100% sure about this. It looks a bit weird and wonky, but I don't think I can bring a rail. I can't do that, and I think it's just going to look. I think the only way to do it, folks, is maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll just. Which side are those on? That's. Yeah, I might just tag something little on the end. Just make it look a little bit more complicated. No, but that's ideal. When I set this up as the airlock, you come in from the airlock, you hit the light switch, and boom, you're in the base. So yeah, eventually these chutes here will carry on and go down to my furnace area. We had fun with a Hoover. Whoop, whoop. I don't know what to do with it though. I'll leave it in here because it's more likely than not I'm going to spill some water. Right, hit that. Right, there we are, folks. The base is at 95. Whoa, I was going to stop it at 97, but let's go and have a check how we're doing on gases first. So I don't mind the base sitting at 96. It's not unbearable. Yeah, we got lots of oxygen. Nitrogen, are we still waiting for this lot to cool down? Yeah, so this is still at 43. Still got lots of nitrogen in there. So let us go find out. This pollution is coming in from where the base that we're filling up was outside atmospheric, so a little bit of pollutant has leaked back into this base. So let's see what we're sitting on. So it's like 0.002. I mean, it's so small. I might have. Do I bother? I'll leave that running for now. Alright, so good thing is we've got plenty of oxygen. Alright, so let us see. Oh, that's good. So that base next door is up to 25.8 kilopascals. Another 5 kilopascals, and she's breathable. I could probably run through that door very quickly. So I might actually... Well, we've got to wait. I could probably leave that on. It's only another 5 pascals to go by the time that thing cools down. This base is running at what, 95, 96? I think I might leave it open. It's not going to drain the place drastically. So, on that note, folks, we got done what we wanted to do. The base next door is just about ready to be breathable. I can rush through the door and start my how-to video. What I wanted to do with today's mission was to get lights in here. I'm quite pleased with that. I can operate the computer. When I get the windows in here, obviously these are going to be out the way, I can then watch the landing pad and I can see everything clearly that I need to see. There isn't anything around there. yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with that, folks. Right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will catch you in the next one. Good night, goodbye, take care, keep it easy.